Hello everyone, I'm Nicola Bros and things have changed around here. If you are subscribed to this channel and you're thinking, I have not subscribed to this channel, what is this Netta Wool? This formerly was Beauty and the Brains and now it's not. Now it is Netta Wool. So I wanted to take a different approach to my YouTube channel, and it's basically just adding more things on. It's not taking anything away. You're gonna get all the spooky stuff. I'm gonna still do my makeup, still going to do get ready with me's. I feel like Beauty and the Brains was a bit too niche. I kind of ran myself into a corner and I didn't allow space for myself on Beauty and the Brains to really incorporate all the other things in my life that I like to do. For instance, I do want to do a little bit more of, Fran Lebowitz would hate me for saying this, but lifestyle vlogging, and I just love making videos. I love editing videos, even though I edited and recorded a whole video before this one and it went horribly wrong and Adobe Premiere didn't save any of it. And I was really upset and on the brink of tears. So even through the hard times, I really love making videos and editing them, and I just want to do more of that. Netta Wool is actually my Instagram handle. It is where I make crochet baby clothing, as well as in the near future I'll be revealing some things here and there through YouTube as well as on my Instagram of what is to come with the brand. I guess it would kind of be considered like a merch type thing, even though that is probably the only time you will hear me regard to it as merch because I do not view it in that way whatsoever. If you're wondering what Netta Wool means, Netta is the Hebrew word for plant. So Netta Wool basically means plant wool because I don't actually use wool, and sometimes people get confused by that, and that's just a little clarification there. So yeah, I don't use any animal products in my work. I don't know how strict of a vegan you might be. There's no judgment there, but I do understand that some vegans do not consider a brand to be vegan if the creator of the brand is not fully vegan. And if that's what you think, I'm not going to argue with you here. It's kind of pointless to do that. But although my brand is vegan, I am not 100% vegan. So that's another clarification that I wanted to make on that front. So to get to the meaty part of this video, like I said, completely messed up the original video that I wanted to upload. And so now what you're watching now is the plan B. So I'm gonna show you what I did do. Now just a little talk about that. I spent 4 hours decluttering and organizing our wardrobes. Me and my husband Daniel, we live in, it's not a small apartment. In European terms, it's a big apartment, but obviously I grew up American and had all of this space, like more space than probably necessary, and so I had limitless clothing. And with zero waste lifestyle leaning and trying to address my ADHD and trying to make my life easier with that condition, I am trying to be a bit more minimalist, just to have things be a bit easier on my day-to-day life. So I'm gonna show you how I organize because I'm quite proud of myself. So this is what I consider to be my wardrobe, because even though these are Daniel's cubbies. This is my cubby, and then this is a shared cubby of both a mix of our pajamas and like leisure wear. This is my side of the wardrobe. This is where I cram all of my hanging things. Danny's wardrobe is in the hallway, which I'll show you in a bit, which I also semi-organized. These two sweaters are not supposed to be down here. They're supposed to be up there with the rest of the winter clothes. This is our out of season clothing space, of which needs to still be addressed with some boxes. I still need to clean this off, so maybe making this plan B video, backup video, it will somehow remind myself to clean it off. I just don't want to do it right now because I want to finish showing you the rest of what I have had organized. So we'll see if at the end of the video I do manage to remember to wipe that off, because if you know, you know, this has been here, this Thursday school day slash grocery list has been up here, and I kid you not, has been up here for a year and a half. And yeah, so if you know, you know that sometimes things happen. So this is our dresser. It's an IKEA Malm dresser, which is their cheapest option, and the reason why I got it is because I want to DIY it. I DIY'd this built-in. I painted it all by myself with Faro and ball paint, and with the IKEA Malm dresser I'm actually going to wallpaper it and add on hardware, you know, like the knobs. This is what I did. This was inspired actually by my mother-in-law. She organized shirts this way and I was like blown away. This is like the only way I'm going to be organizing shirts from now on, because the way that I grew up organizing shirts, turns out that it doesn't leave as much space in your dresser. So now I have all this space to do some like thrift shopping and get some, you know, refresh my wardrobe. And the same here with my bottoms. I'm wearing one of my bottoms right now, which is my skirt. These are some other skirts and pants. These are folded up like this, like the way that I usually do, which is just stacked on top of each other, and they're only like that because they're really small, and these are like my flimsier bottoms, and so they don't really like to stand up by themselves. And there's, you know, I've always struggled with buying bottoms because I am a Latina and I am also a long person, so it gets difficult to find the right size and length for my bottoms. So that will be an adventure for me, thrift shopping, trying to find some shorts and skirts and some pants for this new season. And now it's the same with Daniel's shirts. He's a shirt guy. He's a t-shirt lover, and so he has a lot of them. And last but not least, his pants drawer, which also there's a little bit of room left. And of course our sock and underwear drawer, but ain't nobody want to be seeing that. The very last thing I have to show you guys is Daniel's wardrobe here in the hallway. He has way more clothes than I do, which is something that has just always been the case. That is disorganized and messy only because we ran out of clothing hangers. So that's another thing that is on the list to completely finish this project. I am now in the studio because this is where we have a lot of the Lom Alana Taritash things. Yeah, I've lived here for like 6 years and Hungarian is the ultimate struggle, let me tell you. It's basically a curbside dump. Maybe dump is not the right word, but that's what it looks like for sure. But it's like the whole district, every district gets their own time and place of when to put their things on the curb. of the sidewalks and things of the streets in Budapest, and now it's our turn, and so we're taking advantage of how perfectly it has aligned with my spring cleaning and organizing. And so this is all of the clothes, and it is kind of embarrassing. Now let me try to explain the best that I can. Okay, so a lot of these clothes have been in our lives for quite a few years. Some of them have been in my life since I was an actual teenager, and then a lot of these things are just simply too small. And if you watch Queer Eye, then you know Tan France, and he says something all the time that I couldn't agree with more, which is dress, hold on, let me flip you over. Dress your body for what your body is currently like. And I just preach that all the time, because if you're trying to force yourself into something that just is not fitting, if you're trying to save on to something so that you lose enough weight that, oh, maybe I'll wear it next year, or maybe I'll be able to fit into it in the summer, like, I don't know, maybe it's too strong of an opinion for some people, but I, like most women, I would even argue the majority of women have had body issues before, and it goes the same just as much with men. My husband has dealt with it as well. And so the moment that, you know, something has been outgrown, I say, you know what, that's that. I'm not going to beat myself up about it and force myself into wearing this thing that just is completely uncomfortable. Children do it all the time, adults should too. If it's like 5 or 10 pounds, yeah, sure, we can like lose it pretty easily. Let's hang on to those pants that are just a little bit snug. But if it's like pants that I've been holding on to for like 2 years, trying to lose enough weight to be like insanely skinny again, like, no, I'm not going to do that. So that's what a lot of this huge clothing pile actually is. Anyway, moving on, that topic is done with. Yeah, you're seeing what I'm seeing. It's okay. It's completely fine, even though it's not. The idea struck me to convert the bookshelf into my crochet station, which I'm obsessed with and I love. So to begin, this desk is going to loam. This little weird shelf thing here is also going to loam. So I actually need to clear all of this off to the side, like where I may find room, and just prepare this for the curbside dump. Because now I say dump, but like, you know, people pick over it. Like people, like that's the main thing, is that people will find things that they like and bring them to their home. So it's not like it's all going to the trash. So I just want to clear that up, that it's not an actual dump. It's just the easiest way to put it. So yeah, all of that has to go. This is my filing cabinet. Danny has an identical one right here. Still, that's going to stay in the office still. I don't really know what to do with that in the near future. But I guess that doesn't really matter. This is my pegboard, which will become Danny's pegboard. He has also an identical one. And my plan for this side of the wall is actually kind of a bigger plan. So this whole corner is going to be freed of its clutter. There's going to be these vertical, long, hanging, like floating bookshelves from IKEA, and I'm obsessed with them and I love them. I think it's the perfect thing for this room. I'm planning to completely clear up this corner, fill in all of the holes from all of the picture frames throughout the years, you know, put on a new thing of white paint and just put up those bookshelves and put as many books as possible onto them, like our absolute favorite books. Most of these are really expensive art books, so if they don't all fit onto there, then once again we're going to have to come up with a creative solution. So yeah, that's the major plan. And underneath here is like some old tech that we have to clear the hard drives of, that we're going to donate as well. And that's the main thing for the office spring clean. This corner looks pretty messy, but it's just because it's a creative space. Like, this is the most functional way that we can have that corner. And yeah, the desk could be cleared up a bit. That felt pretty good to record because I was feeling pretty down about having destroyed my initial video, which was basically just a time lapse with voiceover of me doing the actual organization. I guess everything happens for a reason. I really enjoyed making this video, and yeah, I feel like I have a pep in my step again. I don't feel so down about my creativity, and I feel like I'm going to be able to edit this video fairly quickly and get it up fairly quickly. So yeah, I hope that you subscribe. I hope that you are interested in staying subscribed, and I'm just really happy. I'm happy that you're here, and I hope you're happy, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!